Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today I'm going to show you a great way to label and organize your gear bags. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today I'm going to show you a great way to label your gear bags, whether it be for your plate carriers or your bug out bags, get home bags, things like that. So what happened was I was looking for name patches or name tapes that had certain wording, especially the NVG one. So if you look, I've got pouches back here, and a couple of them are exactly duplicates, and they're similar in size and shape as far as what's in them. So this one right here has a water filtration system in it. This one has my night vision device in it, so my NVGs, right? So I started out looking for that, and then I was looking for other ways to label things, and I didn't really like what was on the market. And nobody that I saw offered name tapes that was specific for preppers to be able to label their gear bags. Whether it be, you know, maybe you've got a big bag, a big box in the survival box kind of thing in the back of your truck, whatever it is. And so I reached out to the nice folks at Tactical Gear Junkie. I actually found them on Facebook first, and then wound up looking at their website because I saw that they did patches, and there's a little bit about them. And I'll put a link in the section below. And I reached out to them. I said, hey, would you like to collaborate on a project? And I told them the situation, told them that I didn't know of anything on the market that I could find that was patch specific. There are some identifying type kits out there that I don't like personally. I like this method a lot better. So cost on this is about $35, $34.99. So you're basically getting 10 patches. They're $3.50 a piece. So I think that's a good deal for what you're getting here. So this is the top. I gave them a bunch of suggestions, and I kind of starred the ones that I was in my kind of top 10 I'd like to see first. I'm going to go over those here in a second, but if you see one missing that you would like to see, you can do one or two things. You can post it in the comment section below because they're going to keep an eye on the video and the view count and suggestions and whatever. And then post what you would like to see on a tape. And then also you can email them. So go to the website and say, hey, I'd like to see this, this, or this. I'm not making any promises they're going to keep adding stuff, but I think the more people communicate with them, and especially if you get like 10 or 12 people commenting, I missed one that they'd like to see, I'm sure they would add it or whatever. So just keep in mind, the more they add, the more the price is going to go up. But right now, the base price for 10 patches is $35. So here's the ones that I wanted. I wanted one for NVGs. So that's how this whole thing got started, was I couldn't find one that labeled an NVG. So a lot of you may not have NVGs. I get that. But so this one says water. So in other words, this is a water filtration system. And then I've got one that says tools, fire for your fire kits. Like I would put stuff like this in a bag if I'm going to build out a fire building kit. And then tools would be something like this type stuff, maybe a Leatherman tool or whatever in a bag. And I want that labeled for tools. Hygiene, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Anything you might have, hygiene-related soaps and shampoos or whatever, then this right here would be for that. Survival, so this one was kind of a wild card, if you will. So the category I'm thinking of when I see a survival on mine, at least, would be like, this is a fishing kit and it's got some other little things in here. And then like I would maybe put slingshot rubber bands or, trap building type snare wire, stuff like that. That would be in there. So that's for like that type setup. Shelter. So if you look here in this bag, for instance, I've got some tent stakes, and I've got some of these, I forget what they're called, but it's basically like for tensioning line. So I've got some stuff here for shelter building. So if I want to turn this into a shelter building kit, then I would then put that on there like that. And I'm using this as an example. If you're going to put a tarp and things like this bag would be too small, obviously. But there you go, something like that. Magazines. So in my thought of this, sometimes you might want this for range items. And I know sometimes like in my big range bag, I'll have like a couple bags like this in there. one might be a cleaning kit, and then one might have some loose magazines, spare magazines or whatever. So using that same thing for like a bug out bag or a get home bag, you might have your basic go belt with a couple magazines on it and things like that, but you've got 4 extra magazines or whatever in a pouch, like one of these bags. Or if you're doing like a bug out situation, you've got your AR-15, you've got a little breakdown 22 rifle in your bag, and then you've got whatever else, a 22 pistol or something stuck in there. And this right here would be able to, I'm sorry, I meant to pick up the ammo. Then you would have like loose ammo for that type stuff. Or you would have other magazines also for like your 22 rifle and what have you. Then first aid, that's pretty self-explanatory if you're going to do like a first aid kit and that sort of thing. But I think overall, I really like the setup, and I was looking for these tapes, and I'm glad that they decided to do it, because I think once the word gets out that these are available, that it should be pretty popular with people, because, again, I've seen it as a problem for a long time, and I've never saw a real good solution. I've seen solutions, not ones that I personally liked. So I know there's cheaper alternatives and things like that, or just kind of get creative and figure out something on your own. I mean, you could do something as simple as tie red ribbons on stuff, or blue ribbons, or whatever. I like this being neat and organized and very professional and good quality. So I like this. And I can move this from bag to bag if I change around or whatever. But anyway, guys, I want to thank the folks over at TacticalGearJunkie.com. That's TacticalGearJunkie.com. I appreciate them collaborating with me and coming up with this and doing this project. So I think it answers a solution that needed to be done. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Again, if you will put in the section below, in the comment section, any questions or suggestions you have for other name tapes that you would like to see with whatever wording, be sure to include that. Also, always check out our Amazon store. A lot of good stuff in there and stuff we review. Appreciate you tuning in. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.